Hey guys, my name is Sonali and you are watching Sonali Speaks. This is a section or a playlist on my channel where I answer your questions, and I have been doing this in a couple of ways. I have been taking in questions which you guys send me on Instagram DM, Instagram question stickers, and I have been answering questions on live sessions and so on and so forth. Usually I discuss 3 to 5 questions, sometimes more than that. But today I have a very important topic to discuss, and this is just one question sent by someone who I know, and they wanted me to discuss about the same. So I'm just going to read out the question, and I'm going to put a screenshot on the screen so you know that this is actually a question someone sent me and not something of a topic that I am voluntarily discussing as an idea from my own head. So here it goes. I just want to be politically correct here, but this is a topic which maybe personally I would not have discussed as of now, maybe later sometime. But I'm a firm believer in the fact that everything happens for a reason, and I really believe that this question came to me for a reason, and I'm going to discuss that. So I'm just going to read out the question. I need you to discuss about two people if they love each other and they know they can't get married, maybe because of religion or parents. Can they still be friends and happy after marrying different individuals? And can they be best of friends forever? I think never, but I want to listen what you say. Please do make a video of this. I think most of us have either been in such situations or have known people who have gone through similar situations or are going through similar situations where you fall in love with a person, and because of certain things like religion, caste, nationality, gender, so on and so forth, you are not allowed to marry that person or be with that person. And personally for me it's a very difficult topic to discuss, but I really feel that more than difficult, I think it's a very important topic to discuss, and just put it out there that I respect parents and their views, and I have wonderful family and they have supported me throughout. But I would also like to say that each person has their own views and their own choices, and I really do believe that and that our parents have our best interest at heart. But a lot of times our parents are really under that social pressure, and they need that validation from other people as to what is going on in their children's lives, starting from a very early age when we are sent to school, when we start getting marks in our examination papers, when we win any awards or certifications, so far and so forth. Then when we enter college and we get a cut-off percentage, then if we like whatever career choices we want to make and what not to make, everything, most of these decisions somehow are, if they are being forced on you or if they're being kind of dictated towards you that you need to do this, somehow I really feel that parents are highly influenced by other people, mainly their relatives, mainly our relatives and neighbors and their friends, and it's kind of like a peer pressure. Peer pressure is something that we all struggle with, irrespective of our age, irrespective of our maturity or experience. And when you might have seen it with yourselves as well, that you kind of behave a different way with your significant other or the person that you're dating, and you behave in a little bit of a different way when you're with your friends or when you're with your family. It's just that we want to feel accepted with whoever we are, and that is why we try to conduct ourselves in a way that is more acceptable for the other person. All that is fine when it comes to being socially accepted or something like that. Like when it comes to very trivial topics like maybe going out for a party or a family occasion or something like that. But I really am dead against making that your life. Like I am a firm advocate of that we have only one life. I really don't believe in past life or future life. Like there could be, yes, I'm an open-minded person, there could be possibilities of that, but who knows. We have one life, and to lead that life based on opinions of other people, even if they are parents, even if they are our friends, I think is just unacceptable. And a lot of us, we fall prey to that. We start like, we all know how, what kind of choices our parents have when it comes to our partners, and which are the type of people that they want for us, and which are the type of people they want us to get associated with, irrespective of friends, especially for our partners and the people they want us to get married to. They have their own characteristics and image of that, and there's nothing wrong with it. But I just feel like we don't get the privilege or the choice to choose our parents, our family, but we do get the privilege to choose our friends and the people that we love. It's just not about choosing a person, it is standing by your choice. So for me I feel like if you know what your parents want from your life partner, and if you somehow feel that you're liking towards if you like a certain person and that person does not fit into the category of your parents' liking, and if you kind of know that you may not have the courage or you may not be willing to fight for that love and that relationship, then please do not go into that, because I know it's hard. I mean, love is something that you don't plan. You don't look at your caste, gender, nationality, gender, and all of that, but you just like the type of person, you vibe, you connect, and it just happens. But when you go into that relationship, understand that whether you say it from your mouth or not that you are committing to that person, you are in fact committing to that person. And after a certain period of time, when you feel that your family will not accept you guys, or your family is not willing to let you get married to this person, this idea of cutting off a relationship which was actually based on love, purely on the basis of that our families are not compromising, our families are not accepting each other, and breaking that relationship off and getting married to another person is just crazy. I do not stand by it. I will never stand by it. Your heart is with that other person, and when you cut, you can't just cut off the connection like that. It's not that easy. But then you kind of are forced, or kind of are into that zone of social pressure that you now have to go get married to another person. Think about that other person for a minute. Does that person deserve your half heart, or not even half heart, 0% of your love? Because you are already, with your heart and soul and everything, you are already committed to this other person. So it's not fair for that person to just get married to you and then have a person who's just not in a zone to compromise, because you have just gone through heartbreak. Because you always, when you're in love, it's marriage is, I don't know how to explain it. For me, I feel like just signing on a paper does not change anything. When you are purely in love with a person, you're already married to that person from your heart, right? And then just cutting ties with that person and actually getting legal marriage with another person does not change anything about the way you feel, the intensity of your love, and the dreams that you have seen together. So I just want to tell you that everything in life requires struggle. Everything in life requires a bumpy ride to reach your destination. And if you are going through something where your families are not accepting your love, and might I add that don't always blame your family that, oh my god, mom, you're not understanding, or dad, you're not understanding. A lot of times you should take the views of your family. That guy or girl may actually not be good for you, and you need to kind of have your judgment about that. But if everything else is correct and your family is only rejecting that person based on their religion, caste, nationality, or gender, then you really should rethink everything. You have to fight for it, guys. You have to have faith. By fighting, I do not mean going against your family. By fighting, I mean standing beside the person you love, standing beside the bond that you guys have held on to. And everything, your your belief, your faith is everything. And I'm such a big advocate, I'm such a big evidence to the fact that the way that you think, the type of thoughts that you put out is manifesting itself, whether you agree to it or not, want to control it or not, it is manifesting yourself. And guess what, when you are in this zone of like being torn apart between your family and your love, and you're in this zone where you are like pressurized, and you're just like in that zone where you just don't know what to do, I want this video to instill faith in you. Nothing comes easy, and this is your life we are talking about here. You just can't get married to a person and commit with them for a lifetime solely because your family is not accepting your love. If you really love a person, and if you have been with that person for a little, at least a little bit of a time that you can say, you should have the courage, and I instill that courage upon you, because I really know that a lot of families can really have that hold on you emotionally and in a lot of other ways. But I really want you to have courage, because this whole logic of being friends with your ex and being best friends with the person that you are totally in love with and cannot marry because of your family is unreal, and it's just not right in any way. Please don't put yourself through that torture. I really want to instill the faith that you see this through. If you guys have to part ways, then just do the best that you can. I don't want you to give up instantly because you are not willing to have that word with your family, or you are not willing to do certain things. Even if you can't be together with that person, like married or something like that, if try to not get married to another person, try to stay single, try to stay unmarried, do whatever it takes, guys. Do whatever it takes to somehow balance things out. And it's again and again, it's about your life. We have just one life, and you just can't live it based on other people's version of you. You just can't live it because you don't want to disappoint your parents. You just can't live it because your parents don't want to disappoint society and everything else. I'm a person who is really scared of having regrets. I don't want to sit like being 50, 60, 70 and think of the risks that I could have taken, the choices that I could have made. Maybe my life would have been different. I don't want to be that person, and I don't want you to be that person either. So please do whatever it takes without hurting anybody or doing the least damage that you can, but do everything in your power to save your love, and to do things, or to try to somehow mend things between your love and your family. Because if you are already in a relationship, it is just not right to let that relationship go based on this. It's not even something that you guys are dealing with. It's something that is very circumstantial. It's something that a third party has a control of. Yes, your family is a third party has a control of, and it is just unfair. It's just not how it's supposed to be. And if you really feel that you don't have the courage or the faith, I really implore you to check out stories. Google and internet is the best platform ever. You really should check out biographies and stories and read articles of people who have made it, coming from different backgrounds and dealing with certain family issues, and they have really crossed that path. And if other people can do it, I know you can do it too. I know you can. You may feel that your family is different or something like that, and that you are dealing with certain pressures that they may not have been dealt with. But I really want you to be absolutely sure, because we have just one life. And tomorrow when you are 40 or 50 or 60, I don't want you to feel that maybe I should have tried, maybe I could have done this or that, and then regret for the rest of your life. I don't want you to tear yourself apart and hate your family, because that is what it's ultimately going to happen. You will know for sure that you would have been much happier with that person whom you chose and whom you had been in love with and whom you wanted to spend the rest of your life with, rather than the person that your family chose for you. And you will have this bitterness in your heart for your family. I'm very sure you actually don't want that as well. If you want great things, make arrangements, not excuses. That's something which I believe in. That's something which I keep on telling myself. And nothing in life comes easy. Nothing in life comes free. So everything demands a certain level of sacrifice. Everything demands a certain level of your heart and passion and soul and fire. So I implore you to have that fire within your heart, do everything that you can to make this work. You have my utmost support from the heart, because I really understand how difficult it gets, and I really understand how heart-wrenching and painful it could get when you are faced in a situation when you have to let a person go just based on a family's decision. So yeah, but then again, that faith should come from both ends. It's not a career, it's not something that only you want to do. It's a pair, it's a couple thing, and it's a relationship that is formed by two people. So two people should have their heart, soul, and their trust and faith invested equally in this relationship. So talk to your partner and help each other out. Do everything it takes, but stick by each other. Do not go apart for each other. And I really believe that if you guys can stick together, if you guys have the courage and the right mindset and the heart and the faith that whatever happens for good, and that you guys can get through it, then you will get through it. It's all over here. If you lose here, if you just declare it in yourself that we just can't do it and we have to go apart, then you've already lost, right? So you have to support each other through this, and miracles come true every day, and in order for miracles to come true, you must believe in them. So that's all. Thank you so much for this question. I really feel that it is a very important topic to discuss, especially in India, where families and parents and views like these are such a big issue. I really feel that there's always a way, and just have faith and just believe in goodness and work hard. If you really want to stay together, leave no stone unturned, please. And once again, millions of people have done this and dealt with the same situation as you. Some have given up, and I'm sure they live with regret somehow, somewhere in their hearts. Some have fought it and have had things turn their way. So you need to choose which path you want to take along. Once again, in order to experience miracles, you need to believe in them. That's all. I'll see you next week.